I'm in the middle of a project right now and I'm coming up to a pretty important juncture. And this is the kind of juncture that I can't really mess up, because if I mess up, not only do I mess up the project, but I lose a lot of money. And as I'm sure you know, wood's not cheap right now. I need to make some rabbets and some dados. And I don't have the equipment to do it with a table saw. I'm gonna do it with this. The question I've been asking myself lately, and maybe you've asked yourself the same, is what's the best way to do it without creating tear-out? I think I've found 3 ways of testing this out to see which way is the best and most efficient way with the least amount of tear-out. So if you're interested, come along for the journey. First test I want to do is to see how well this stands up to just 2 boards being squeezed together with a clamp. So I've heard good things, but I guess we'll find out. And I'm using this not only to help clamp these down and hold them tight, but also as an edge guide. So I can just put this against it and just run it straight through. So here goes nothing. Well, let's see how we did. Let's move on to round 2. Number 2 is actually with tape. So I've heard good things about this and I'm curious to see how it holds up. Can you see my breath? I don't feel cold because I'm doing stuff, but it's obviously pretty cold in my garage. Yeah, so I'm gonna do tape, see how this goes. So, hey, if you like this little jig I'm using, check out the link. It's pretty cool. I did a little short on it. So just for this kind of thing. This is actually pretty interesting. It looks like the side that the router went in is good, but the outside actually has a little bit of a tear. And there's also, and this might be the router bit itself, there's a little groove kind of throughout this. I'll show you in just a second. The first one, I'd say, I'd give it like an A. I'd give this one like a B-. It's not as clean, it's not bad. And I am using a softer plywood. It's not, you know, it's not like a hardwood, but still, I thought it'd do better, so. Before we get to the last test, I did want to mention one thing. Make sure when you're doing this, you have a mask. This is kicking up a ton of dust. I'm sorry, man glitter. And yeah, it'll just get all up in your nose and just, it's not good. So definitely safety first. Let's do the last test. And that test is going to be a open, non-covered, non-squeezed together. I'm just gonna run it across and see what happens. I'm not as worried about the side it starts on, more so the side it goes out on. I'm not necessarily worried about the top, but there is a lot of fraying. That can easily be sanded down, but it's still there. And then the front is actually not as good as I thought it would be. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that there's nothing there to grab it. You have some burns from the bit too, so not a big deal. And of course, the whole point of this is to put another piece here and it's gonna be hidden, but very interesting stuff. I wasn't really sure, honestly, how this was gonna turn out. And again, I am using like soft wood, so yeah, the router probably had a little bit of an easier time getting through it. This is one of my new best friends. So I had fun in this video. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed it, think about subscribing, hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to use what you got. I don't know where I'm going. This is my garage. I need to clean up, so. See ya.